you know.
Well, it's not even necessarily core strength, like just not activated.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
if certain things activate, you'll have other muscles recruit to support if they're weak. Now, granted, you don't want to have like I need all these support muscles to help with the main job of this one muscle,
No,
but you get the idea. It's like you want your muscles to work like they're supposed to. The big muscle is supposed to rotate. You want the big muscle to rotate, and the other muscles to kind of support that, help you stop, help you mitigate speed, direction, things like that. But when you don't have those other muscles in place, then you have instability, and then you can have that inconsistency.
Are you scheduling yourself to play golf again?
I was trying to decide if I could get out with you boys on Wednesday. But if I don't do that, then the next time I'm playing this league.
Okay.
Definitely. My goal was to make sure that because Jordan sent that video with Tiger Woods. You saw that a couple weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
1,000 contacts a day before time. I was like, and I had to think about it, and then I went to the range. Was like, it's $10. Let's just use a random number. It's $10 for 100 balls.
Mm-hmm.
Might take me an hour and a half to hit 100 balls on the range.
All right.
Then you're talking about 900 more of something else, whether it's chipping, putting.
Yeah.
Like in a day.
And following a routine to do it, not just touching it.
Right, not just like randomly hitting balls. You're keeping track. That's one thing. I'm like, you're keeping track? 1,000 shots, 1,000 hits?
Yeah. Well,
When I watch him putt, I'm looking at him like, are you? Because I'm just thinking back to all the times I've seen him take out 3-4 balls, drop them down, boop, 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 and then set up his putting thing, and then just go at it. And it's like, are you counting those? You were counting those.
Yeah. And I was assuming like, all right, well, as a kid, you probably have more capability if you're in 1,000. Now you get 1,000 contacts. If you have somebody that's giving you free range balls,
you got to be at a country club,
and you have, like you say, 4 or 5 hours to dedicate yourself to it. And so I'm like even when I was at a superstore for an hour, I was there for an hour yesterday, and then after an hour, there's open bays where they just kind of leave you hanging. I probably got 200 balls in, but like you say, it's still some of it is how many of it is actual feel. You know, I feel like without feeling this part, it actually is. It really helped me feel like I don't know what you've just done there, but I can kind of like the tension feels less on my fingers that were hurt, that were numb. Like I don't know if it's like something felt releasing.
I popped your wrist back into place.
My wrist was out of place?
You felt the pop.
I felt the pop, but I didn't know.
So that would be out of place. Usually if something pops, it's because it's not supposed to be there. We're shifting back into a more comfortable position. That's generally what adjustments are for.
Okay.
So there are 9 bones in this small little area here. As you can feel, once they're out of alignment, putting them back in alignment feels good.
Right.
You now feel less pressure because of the alignment. Now, yes, we're now moving down the kinetic chain of this arm to create more space and more sliding in the muscles. But at the base down here, we've already got some change simply because we've got the correct flow going through, or a better flow.
Mm-hmm.
You start off saying, well, I feel carpal tunnel. Well, what's carpal tunnel? Inflammation.
Mm-hmm. And if my wrist is out of place, that could cause inflammation.
Well, what causes inflammation? Irritation.
Okay.
So your bones are out of alignment, causing your muscles to move in an unconventional way or an uncomfortable way. That would cause irritation, or could cause irritation.
We're driving in a car for 9 hours or 6 hours at a time. Because I felt, at that time, I felt tailbone soreness. I was just kind of like sitting in that car position for long periods of time.
Yeah, that's
And then that was causing that feeling to kind of return too. But okay, so
because like think about it, if you're sitting like this in a unpopular position, what usually starts to hurt? Like your back and your shoulders. And then so you're trying to move your arms around and get into a good spot. And if you're driving, you're trying to get your arm in a good spot so your shoulder's not messed up. But then what likely happens? Then your arm starts hurting.
yeah,
And the hand starts doing something. All because you were trying to like mitigate the pressure caused by the low back.
yep. So we can set up a time next week too. And I can, like I said, I can probably be freed up for golf on that time. Actually, ended up being free now because I did my mother stuff earlier than I thought I would.
Relax your arm.